Hi, it's Lucy here. I've got a super special video for you today and I can't wait to share it. So grab a cuppa, a glass of wine or whatever you love to unwind with and let's get started. I was asked if I'd like to choose some dies from In Love Art's sister company, Life's Craft Art, and they have some gorgeous dies, all of these, and a super discount for you all, so I couldn't resist and I'm so happy I did. So first I'll start with some die cutting and I'll only show this part at the beginning of the video as I'm using my 9-inch die cutting machine to cut multiple pieces at once. And to ensure clean cuts, I've added a sheet of printer paper to increase the cutting pressure. This is especially helpful since I'm using thick gold cardstock and black and white papers that are about 250 to 300 GSM, which is both are quite sturdy. So I'll run it through the machine, I'll reverse it back, and then I'll check if everything's cut through perfectly, and it has. And using my pokey tool, I'll quickly push out all the small pieces. I find this method more effective than using a die cutting brush. Even this thin frame die has cut beautifully. Isn't it gorgeous in gold? I'm excited to show you the 2 cards I created with this. I'm creating 17 cards today. I can't wait to hear which is your favorite die or card. And then for the stars, I'll pop out all the other little bits, but I'll try to keep the stars in place for now so I can easily arrange them later and I know exactly where they go. And next I wanted to share a few of my favourite sentiment dies as I'll be using them in today's project as well. I'll let you know where they're from when they appear on the cards and you'll find links to them in the description for easy access too. And when getting the sentiments ready to die cut, I like to fold a sheet of printed paper and run it through the machine and create multiple sentiments at once. And this way I always have them ready to add when my cards are nearly finished. And for a more luxurious touch, I prefer die cutting sentiments on thicker paper, especially metallic card. It makes such a difference. I usually use my VEVOR 6-inch die cutting machine, which I find super convenient. Both this machine and my larger one are very affordable, and I've included links below along with a discount code for you. And since I'm often filming while crafting, I rely on this 6-inch machine the most. It's lightweight, it's easy to move around and perfect for cutting card making rectangles and sentiments and other small elements. But when I'm doing a lot of die cutting in one go, I like to use the 9-inch one. If the sentiment has a little dot over the eye, or the name for it is a tittle, I like to leave it in the paper so it's easy to find, or I'll keep it all together with the sentiment like this one, and I hope this is a helpful tip. Another die cutting tip is to double layer the sentiments. This gives it a more professional finish rather than looking like a word on paper. For intricate dies like this, a glue pen works perfectly. I'm not sure if you can see the glue here, hopefully you can. Then I can go ahead and add the top sentiment to it. And I check if either of them have any defects like a crease or mark before choosing which one will be the top sentiment. So if ever you have defects on a sentiment, don't throw it out, just use it as an underlayer instead. And then it's best to pop a heavy object like an acrylic block on it so they dry together and flat. Now for the fun part, let's create some beautiful cards, and I'll roughly cut up a piece of white card that's slightly larger than the die itself. Then I'll lightly draw around it with a grey lead pencil, and this doesn't have to be perfect, it's just a guide, and I'll also draw in the frame too. And I won't need to erase it as it'll be covered by the thin frames. So this is so easy and not complicated. Watch how quick these come together. I'm going to be using these gorgeous PET stickers today. I have an assortment of packs, so I'll just choose the 2 that suit the rose gold frames best. The stickers all have backing on them, which means I can move them around until I'm happy with the composition. And I'm cutting one in half and I'll use the other piece another time. These stickers peel easily off the backing, just roll them off with your thumb. And then it's time to pop them all down into place. Aren't they stunning? I love these flowers. They're from Journal Say and they're around $1.36 US for a pack, or you can choose the set of 6 like I did. I use another pack later on in the video too. And I say they're around $1.36 US because sometimes they're on sale and sometimes the currency conversion is different. And this die is just as fast to create 2 cards in one go because you can use the frame on one die and the skinny insert frames on the other and vice versa, which is exactly what I'm going to do with these today. I'll add glue to the frame and then making sure it's up the right way, I'll add it to the floral piece. I'll pop an acrylic block on it to dry and swap to the other card. I'll do the same choosing my stickers, and I want to show you how lovely PET stickers can layer up, and this is how differently they work to washi stickers. The clear background means they don't have any borders when layering on top of each other. I'll add all these flowers and then I can add the frame to this one, and these stickers can be adjusted if you don't place it down perfectly the first time. Just carefully peel the part back up like this, and these stickers are permanent and can't really be adjusted the next day. I'll then pop an acrylic block on this one and move it to the side to dry and go back to the now dried other card. I've cut around the frame, and then before I glue the thin rose gold framelets down, I'll make sure I have them all in the correct places. If you have a glue pen, it's perfect for these thin frames. I'll pop something heavy on each time I add a new frame. I'll add this to a card base using double-sided tape, and the card base I'm using for these 2 cards is 13.5 centimeters square. All the rest of the cards will be rectangular today. I'm going to add another one of the stickers over the top of the frame, and then I'll be able to add a sentiment, and this one is from Uniquely Creative and it's part of a set of 3 which I will have links below. For this card I'll also add flowers and a sentiment, and let's take a look at the 2 cards. I added flowers on the inside of the card and also on an envelope to match. There's 20 stickers in each of these packs too. And this die is just under $9 US without discounts, and they have a Black Friday sale that ends very soon, I think within a couple of days, and they have a huge discount up to 60% off, so more about that later. Let's create a Sporty card next. I love this background die too, and I have other ideas on how to use it, not just for a soccer or football theme, maybe girly, so I'm hoping you'll say you'd like to see some different ideas with this one. But for now, I just wanted to show how easy it is to create a couple of great sports cards, and you only need some black cardstock and a sentiment for this. I'll just glue 2 of the frames together just to give it extra height. I've also added it to white card, but you can just add it straight to your card front. I like the added layers on my cards. And I've already created my sentiment with 2 happy birthday layers and 1 shadow layer. And while it was drying, I couldn't resist seeing what florals would look like underneath. These stickers look gorgeous, and I think pattern paper will be really pretty too. Here's the 2 cards I made with this die, and I've used the die both ways up, and one of the sentiments is on foam tape. This die is usually $8.40 US without discounts or sales, and you can always use my 25% off discount, especially for my viewers whenever they don't have a sale on. I couldn't resist trying this die straight away, but I'll make a different card in a moment. I covered a piece of white card with the floral stickers, and I die cut the floral piece and inserted each piece separately, but I could have just simply added the white glitter frame over the top of the full floral piece and no one would notice the difference. I also added a floral sticker over the top of the frame to go under the sentiment so the best wishes stood out more. I have these gorgeous floral stickers as well, but I accidentally mixed them up and one pack is sold out. With Journal Says stickers, once they're sold out, that's it. They always have new items arriving, so they don't replace them. I'm going to add 3 floral bunches to a piece of white card, which is a similar size to the die cut frame. I'll cut off any overhanging pieces and I can use them on another card, so I won't throw them away. I forgot to do it on video, but I cut 2 of the middle strips off so I have room to add my sentiment. I've had these wooden sentiments forever. They're from Scrap Mats Australia and they're perfect for this card, I think. I'll finish the card off with some Nouveau crystal drops, and this colour is called Autumn Red, just in case you're interested. And then here's the two cards made from the same die, and yet I feel like the cards look very different to each other. There's so many different ways that you could use this, especially with pattern paper as well. Okay, onto a Christmas card, and I'm going to use these lovely Christmas PET stickers. I thought I was going to use one of these delicious food stickers as well, but I didn't in the end, but I thought I'd show you them anyway. And then I'm using these circle frames that have stars on them. There's 3 frames and they all cut out separately. I love this as there's no wasting the middle part of the paper if you keep the 3 dies together, but you can also separate them if you prefer. And I'll also use these rectangle dies which cut out the rectangle, and they also give a subtle wonky stitched border. I'll add some script washi tape to the white card, but I'll tear it before adding to my card. And then to decide where I'll add the girls, I'll lay the frames down so I place them in the right spot. I'll add the rectangle piece to the center of the card front, and I'm using the medium and small star circles, and I've decided to overlap them. I do alter this slightly in a moment. But first I'll add a flower sticker to the corner of the card. I'll cut off the overhanging pieces, and then I'll use part of the leftovers to add to the bottom left of the card. Because I have 2 layers on my circle frames each, I didn't like how high it was where they overlapped, so an easy fix was to cut the medium frame where it met with the small frame and take that piece out. Then they're still overlapping, but they're the same height all the way around. And I think this looks much nicer. I'm layering my sentiment with a couple of strips of recycled packaging, and this is a great way to save on foam strips. I'll add a couple of stars that I had left over from a star background die I used shortly. And then I'm going to dress the inside of the card up a little with the leftover pieces that I have and one of the delicious looking food stickers. And this all looks so cute together, I think. It's much better than throwing most of the pieces away. What do you think? Here's the finished card, and this frame cutting die set is $6.99 US, around about, without discounts. I'm going to use the rectangle die with the wonky stitched borders again, and the stitching is quite subtle but it's lovely, and it also doubles as 2 rectangle dies in different sizes. And I created this card already. Sometimes I like to see how a design idea will look before taking the time to video it. And I did love it, but I wasn't happy with the holes in the sentiment, so I die cut some holes from my scrap gold card to fill them in, and I much prefer this. I'll make a similar card now. There's really not many items needed and it's super quick to make. I think the hardest part is gluing the 2 sentiment pieces together, so if you use a different sentiment, you'll be done in no time. I need a little more than 2 strips, and I kept the leftover from the last card so I can use some of that, and then I'll keep the remaining bit for future cards. I'll die cut the rectangle out, and now I'll choose a large flower that hides where the tapes connect. And most of them would work, it's just a matter of finding the most suitable and placing that one on the top. And here's the measurements for this rectangle die. And remember, it also has a smaller version as part of the set too, and it's around $6.30 US without discounts. And if you use my links down below in the description box to buy any of these dies, it'll automatically ask you if you want to apply for my 25% discount, and all you have to do is just click the button that says apply, and then you get 25% off the whole order. How easy is that? I was really impressed when I was checking out the product links anyway. But if you're quick, they have up to 60% off for the Black Friday sales, so that is a massive saving. They have free international shipping for orders over $29 US too. And I only agree to create with a few companies, and I only choose ones with great savings and prices for my viewers and great customer service and products that I'm totally inspired by, because it makes it so much easier to create cards with. And as well as you receiving discounts at most of the websites I share, I also receive small commissions at no extra cost to you. And this is a really lovely way to support my YouTube channel, as you receive lovely items and you're helping me to be able to keep creating my videos. So thank you so much. You can of course use what's in your stash if you have something similar as well. I've just added a leftover piece to the inside of this card, and now here's the 2 cards. That would make a lovely set to give someone, maybe make a set of 5 cards even. And all the stickers and tapes I use from Journal Say are so affordable, and they nearly always have a sale on, plus I have a discount code for them too below. How gorgeous is this circle or bubble background die? I'm in love with this, and I've created this card just using the floral tape here and the frame and 1 sentiment. But I have a white frame and I want to glitz it up a little, so I'll add a gold frame over the top and it just adds a bit more luxury, plus it complements the sentiment being gold too. I'm going to create a different card design for this next one, but still using this background die. Look at this tape. It's not washi or PET material. I don't know what it is, but it's really beautiful and the colors are so vibrant. I'll use this along with one of the large flowers to create a type of scene behind my frame. This is so super quick and easy again too. When using these type of really thin frames like this, it's always going to work better with thicker paper. I haven't tried it with thin paper and I will give it a try at some stage, but with this gold paper, this is quite thick and it comes out absolutely beautiful. I've double layered the sentiment so it doesn't fade into the background, and it definitely pops more in real life than on camera here. And while it's drying, take a look at this set of large flowers I have also. I think there's 6 packs to choose from all up. And to give you an idea of prices at Journal Save for these type of stickers, these ones are $1.77 US today, and there's 20 in a pack. And look how lovely they'd look underneath this frame as well. Here's the 2 cards side by side. Do you have a favourite? I could really see doing mermaid cards and underwater scenes with these bubble background dies as well. I think that'd be a good idea. I think we should go back to creating a couple more Christmas cards, and this star background die is amazing, and I have to apologize because I always gush about the products, I know, but it's because they're all new and it's so exciting. I'm using another PET tape here, and I think this will go perfectly under one of the star background frames. I'm overlapping them on the sides so they're spaced fairly evenly. I have another tip for die cutting. Here I have gold glitter paper and it's really difficult to see the cutouts, so I'll turn it over to the back side and that way I can easily see where to poke the bits out. And this also applies with some pattern papers as well. Sometimes they can be hard to see too. And this die is another perfect die for creating 2 cards at once, and I can imagine creating lots of masculine style cards with this. And I'm thinking it'll be perfect for children as well, even graduation cards. Let me know if you'd like me to create more with this die or any of the dies today. I always find it easiest to add background frames to pieces of card that are larger than the frame, so I don't have to measure. I can just cut around the frame once it's been adhered. And now I'll add glue to the insides of the stars, and I'll add the metallic gold stars to the glitter gold frame and vice versa. In case it didn't show very well on camera, I've added the metallic gold frame to white glitter paper, not just plain paper. And glitter paper is not fun to glue things, but I've just checked the card and it's glued completely, and this is a couple of days later. Sometimes some of you ask what glue I use, and I buy Sally's Aquadare interior wooden glue from Bunnings, a hardware store. So back to the cards, and I just need sentiments. I have 2 sentiments here. The large one I bought at Spotlight in the after Christmas sales for really cheap. I just got lucky one day. So I don't have any links to that. But it doesn't stand out enough, so I'm going to try my new white shimmer ink on it. And I think this helps it stand out more. And this die is $8.70 US without discounts or sales, but you can also buy it in a bundle, which is what I did. It's a bundle of 4 of these dies, and during the sale at the moment, the bundle is under $20 US. All 9 of the dies that I'm creating with today come to under $50 plus free shipping in case you'd like them all too. And here's the finished cards. I hope you're still here. This is a long video for me and probably for you as well, but I still have more. This gorgeous patchwork frame die is part of the bundle I just showed, and I created this Christmas card on video, but it was such a gloomy day and I don't have the best lighting for videoing, so it didn't turn out well, but it just meant I'd make another card with this die and show you a completely different design. And for the Christmas card, I only used the frame, but it also comes with the skinny insert frames too, and I'll use those today. And this is another die that you can make 2 at a time using reverse items. I'm using the thin gold frames that were left over from the Christmas card. I got myself all confused on this card and I added my wide double-sided tape to some white card before realizing I didn't need it. I could have just added the summer stickers to non-sticky white card. So then I decided I may as well cut out all the pieces. At least I showed the easy way on the first 2 cards where I just added the frame over the top of the stickers. So for this one, I'll use my grey lead pencil to trace the borders again so I know where to place the stickers, and I won't need to erase the lines as the gold borders will hide them. And I'll add the stickers, then I'll die cut the whole piece out so I can piece them inside the framework, but not until I've added the gold borders. There's only 5 pieces to add, so it's still pretty easy to create them this way. And I'll add the piece to a card front, and all there is left to do is add a sentiment. And this one is from scrapbook.com, and you buy the sentiment and the shadow dies separately. I'll have links to both below. And here's both of the cards, and I really love how they both turned out, and they were both super simple with just some stickers. Here's my last of the 9 dies I'm creating with today from Life's Craft Art, and it's a frame and flower set. I already made this card and I'll create a similar design on video. I used one of these Christmas girls, but I thought she could also be used on a birthday card, and same with the next girl sticker I used from that pack. So these are both birthday cards, and I think they're just lovely for teens. The left-hand side of the card comes from the PET and Washi tape book. I love these script lace and floral designs. There's 20 pages, I think 10 PET and 10 washi tapes. And the other side, I used a watercolor washi tape shown here. Okay, for this next card, I'll choose a different strip and I'll use my script washi tape for the other side of the card. But here's an example of how lovely it is with just one side of washi tape. It works, doesn't it? But I want to take it a little further, so I'll add the script washi on the other side and I'll also change up the sentiment. Coming up is an example of just using the washi tape, and I think this frame really makes any background look finished. It looks beautiful too, doesn't it? I'll add the washi tape and then I'll glue 2 frames together, and then I can add them to the card front as well. I'll use the insert from the white background frame as this fits perfectly, and I'll add the girl to it. And if you need more inspiration or want to join in and share your makes, Life's Craft Art also have a Facebook group where they have giveaway activities and other benefits every month for group members. So I'll post the Facebook group link below in case you're interested. I'll add the sentiment and I'll also add some Nuvo drops to finish this card. And then these 2 have turned out very different, I think, but both of them are beautiful in my opinion, and I really hope that you have enjoyed watching all of these cards today. Here's a quick recap of all of the items that I used and all of the cards bar one. And I'm just about at the end of this very long video. I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you lots of ideas for using background dies, washi and PET tapes and stickers and everything else. Let me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear if you have a favorite card, die or sticker set. And don't forget, I have all the product links to pretty much everything I've used on my cards today. And thank you so much if you purchase through these links. I'm getting closer to my 20,000 subscribers celebration, and Life's Craft Art are kindly giving me some vouchers to give away. Isn't that so generous? So thank you all so much if you've watched all the way through. This means the world to me, as editing videos takes so much longer than creating beautiful cards. So if you enjoyed any of it, I would love it if you could give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And you could be one of my lucky winners coming up soon. I have loads of vouchers to give away for my celebration. I want to send a big hug to Rosie M today for using the Buy Me a Coffee website. That's so lovely of you. And if anyone would like to support my channel, you can a number of ways. You can use the YouTube Super Thanks button, PayPal, or Buy Me a Coffee website, and the details are all in the description box below this video. To open up all the information, click on the word more and it will show you all the product links, stores, and everything else you may need to know about this video. And if you're still unsure, make sure to watch until the end of this video as I show an example of how to open the description box. I'd also love to know if you enjoyed this length of video or prefer 10 to 15 minute videos or maybe even less. Oh, and I haven't heard from either of the Uniquely Creative Die prize winners that was announced last month. So I'll be choosing new winners shortly in an upcoming Uniquely Creative video. So don't miss out on that. It could be you. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, all these 9 dies that I chose to create with are less than $50 US, or there's the bundle of 4 dies for less than $20 US. They do have other country money conversions. I've only used American prices in this video because otherwise it would go forever. I'm hoping most of you have a good idea of how much that is in your currency if you're not American. Have you finished all your Christmas card making already, or would you like to see more Christmas videos made? I'm finished with creating all of my family Christmas cards, but I can always make more. Here's showing how to open up the description box. So that's it from me today. If you need more ideas and inspiration, please click on this thumbnail to watch another of my videos. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy crafting and bye for now.